0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
I'm the only one who heard that?
But be warned, boo. The couch lock is strong on this one.
Greetings and salutations, podcast listeners. You are in for a lucky treat of Sacrilicious with Robin and Snuts, a Simpsons review podcast. God damn it, Bane, I told you to get me out of this closet. I will not get you out of the closet, for you were made for it. Stay in there.
Bane, I am gonna kick your ass. I am Batman.
You are a weak, flabby Georgia Batman. Okay, I don't like where this is going. I'm going to stop. I was trying to be cute, and I should have given you more of a heads up. I got to remember when I'm thinking of something to give you a cue so you know how to I was thinking like, you really let yourself go and have quite a red complexion.
Yeah, well, it turns out Taco Bell's open 24 hours, okay? I own the night.
I also wanted to do like...
You gotta eat somewhere.
I was also thinking of Macho Man Savage, because honestly, I just get bored doing the same thing over and over again. But anyway, I know consistency is cute, because I get upset when other podcasts don't do their opening the way they should. So
welcome to Sacrilicious with Robin and Snurts.
Yeah.
I am, as always, your lovable host, Josh.
Yeah.
Sterny Stearns. And with me, as always...
That's funny.
Is the equally as delightful Robin Cowart.
All right. I mean, I could start putting applauses and cheers whenever our names are announced in post.
It could be a thing for a couple weeks.
Anyway, I was also trying to think of, and then I'll get started here, like how to say Marge gets a job in Spanish, but all I could think of was trabajo Marge, but that just means job Marge.
Yeah, I'd job Marge.
Me too. All right, here we go.
I was kidding. I'm gay, Josh.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to Sacrilicious with Robin and Snurts, a Simpsons review podcast. I'm your lovable nerd Snurts, a.k.a. Joshua Stearns, and joining me is the equally delightful Robin. Don't have a cow. Coward!
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, Josh?
How's it going?
Life is good. I'm fortunate to have the friends and family I do in my life and be surrounded by love. How about you? How are you doing?
I'm fine. It's hot. I'm tired. I went out and did my usual
Sunday.
What
do you know from hot, Josh? I'm in Georgia. I'm in fucking Georgia, Josh. What do you fucking know about hot? What did it get to 80?
Actually, it was 82 degrees at 10:30 in the morning, and I was like, what is this?
What did you get up to 22% humidity?
It was a little humid. I was sweating. And I walked though to like the farmer's market.
You were sweating.
Yeah, I don't like to sweat. All joking aside, everything's fine, man. We get to work from home for the entire month of July. It's one of our nice perks that we have at David and Goliath. So I'm thankful for that. And work has been pretty busy, so it's been nice to be able to just kind of do it in the comfort of my own home instead of slogging my ass down to El Segundo, every week.
You said do it.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, just kind of kicking around, man. July's in full effect. I've been enjoying some of the World Cup action, playing a ton of video games, and doing the podcasting. Like life is life.
Yeah, World Cup's been fun to watch. It's really been a fun experience having them in town, as you do as well.
Sure. Or like during our time zones, town. You know what I mean? Like you can actually catch a game and not have it be like 9 a.m.
Weeks of straight games every day. And there's so much good energy around it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a little upset to see Norway get knocked out because I was kind of wanted them to win. They really started like the giant Viking guy who's like 6'5", Hollow, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Holland. Yeah.
He's getting like a lot of press on the social medias, and it's all kind of very favorable. And so I saw he started to really win me over, along with the rowing that the fans do.
Yeah,
the Viking row I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah,
but yeah,
there's a great some English people seeing the result and they're doing the chant. We don't have to see the fucking row. We don't have to see the fucking row. We don't have to see the fucking row anymore. And they're doing like the full movements and everything. And it was, the first team I ever followed was England. My mother was an Anglophile. So
Okay.
But now I spent a good amount of time in France in my late teens and 20s. And so I'm very French forward now. And it's kind of like the Yankees now. They're like so stacked. So.
I was just going to say, the reason I'm not really going for the French is because they've already won it twice in my lifetime, and I don't really need them to do a third.
I loved the anti-colonizers vibe of this World Cup, too. It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, I also just kind of love all the stories that you're seeing around how like all the Scots drank Boston Dry.
Oh yeah,
you know,
the Scots were a blast.
Or like
Scots were a fucking blast.
Here in LA, the Korean and Mexican fans were really having it off in parties and stuff to that nature.
Yeah.
Because it's like, for those who don't know, Los Angeles has a very heavy population of both Mexicans and Koreans. So both those teams were in the World Cup, and there was all these like kind of cross-pollinating parties going on throughout the city. Which was just a beautiful thing. Like,
my good friend is Scottish, and he's here with his wife, and he went to, I believe, all 3 games.
Oh wow!
Up in Boston, and he's in Atlanta, but he flew up just for that. And he said he was not right after. He just had so much fun.
Nice. Yeah. Sweet. Well, enough World Cup talk. If you want, you can listen to some other fine podcasts that probably have much more in-depth action on that. Or you could just watch the commercials. One more thing. I lied. We're not moving on yet. You and I both come from advertising. That's where we met. Yep. We both had an ad agency years ago.
Yep.
Beckham, whoever his agent is, deserves a bonus because that guy is in every single commercial I see during ad breaks at the games that I'm watching, and that's not too much of a hyperbole. It'll be like Beckham is going to Home Depot.
It's either him or Messi.
Yes, the two of them just like locked up the market. Like there's no other soccer player.
Messi's on his fucking like angel tour.
Where
he gets
Well, and Beckham's a good-looking guy and is kind of a celebrity at this point.
But I'm going to tell you, Beckham was back in the day, and if you remember, he did a Calvin Klein campaign in his underwear.
Oh, I don't remember.
And there were those huge fucking billboards in LA of Beckham in peak Beckham shape.
Oh,
just in some skimpy white underwear on Sunset going west. And it was the most hot, unbelievable advertisement.
Robin like pulls over, just kind of like sits there for a while to stare.
Stare.
Right.
Stare. Yeah. I didn't do anything illegal in my car in full view of pedestrians.
At least you were near a school. Also, I have one more question. Was it bend 'em like Beckham downtown?
I would bend it for Beckham. That's all I'm saying.
He's a good-looking man. I will give him that.
He's a very good-looking man. He's got that chiseled jaw.
Yeah. He could definitely be.
He's a cunt. He's a right cunt.
Oh, absolutely.
Like they fucking brought FIFA to the MLS, bought out Miami.
Sure.
Get to spend 4 times as much as any other team, 10 times as much. Who cares? So long as we get Messi in the league.
100%.
Jacks up my ticket prices, and we're rivals. Of that team, but
so what you're explaining to me,
good looking. I still
good looking
with him though. Yeah.
I mean, it's nice when the bad guys are hot too, right? It's not just the superheroes.
There's a whole dynamic there that would be a lot of fun.
Excellent. All right,
what were we doing our podcast about?
The Simpsons, I believe. And if this is your first episode, here's how it works. One of us will pick an episode of The Simpsons to discuss. We go through the plot, provide questionable impressions, and point out our favorite bits. Season 3 is all about themes. This is our second episode of our second theme. Marge gets a job.
Yes, she does. Why are you just looking at me, Josh?
Waiting for you to push the button.
Was I supposed to do something?
Push the button. Push it. Stop coughing during my song.
The intro's slow. I said it.
Well, like we say, the right house for the right person.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere I look, someone is breaking the law.
It's all about Marge getting a job.
That's right. And Robin picked for our second episode of this second theme from season 31, episode 17, Highway to Well, directed by Chris Clements, written by Caroline Omini? One I should have looked up. Omine. How would you pronounce that?
Well, I mean, if you pronounce the E, I think it's either
Omine. Is it Carolyn Omine? Omani? Yeah, okay. Carolyn, I'm so sorry.
Like
I'm terrible with names.
Or Oma. Who the fuck knows? Like,
it's also even worse that she's like one of our few ladies who are writing, right? And I can't even pronounce her last name.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
Right? Like, it's finally we get like a nice lady writing an episode for our lovely podcast to discuss about, and we fuck up the last name.
Just butchers her last name. Yeah.
Oh, mine. I could see mine too. Like, but
we'll look this up because we really enjoyed her writing.
No, she did a fantastic job. It makes me wonder where she got influence for this thing. I think she's a little bit of a toker, or maybe, or is she just a midnight joker? And this had a
throw stones in glass houses, Josh.
Exactly. And this had a first air date of March 22nd, 2020. So this is either right before shit hit the fan or right when it hit the fan.
No, it was. This was in the wiki. It's the first episode to air after states and had started
the shutdown. Okay. Because I knew things were already popping off around the world for COVID at that time, but it hadn't hit the United States until that March of that year. And I remember actually seeing this episode close to it airing. I found some way of watching it on some of the streamers like that I usually don't have access to. Because I knew it had Kevin Smith and it had weed, and those are two of my favorite things.
Well, there you go.
And so I was really curious. So this was like one of the few episodes that I really saw, I want to say, within a couple weeks of the first air date. How about you? Like, you remember seeing this one when it came out, or was this like your first time checking it out?
No, this is my first time. Not this. I did that rewatch. And I remembered watching it, which is why I went with you, because I didn't really pick this. We kind of picked this together because of the theme.
Yeah.
But it rang some bells. But I didn't watch it when it first aired, but I watched it when I did my big.
Yeah, because you were asking me like, well, what are the episodes where Marge gets a job? And I only know the classic ones.
You immediately thought of it though.
It's but then like we're trying to find one that's like not like something after season 12.
Yes, we are very concerned about only doing a glut of the early ones that everybody's seen.
Right, because our next two come from like season 6 and season 9, right? Yeah. So like I'm really glad we were able to get this one in here.
Would you say we're such homers?
No. Like for the next two, we're going to be doing season 6 and season 9. So like that's kind of right within our wheelhouse and whatnot.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of wiki, why don't we get to everyone's favorite copy paste segment, Behind the Wiki. Wikipedia. I was so close to replacing the Wilhelm scream with Bart's.
Oh yeah! Yeah.
It's on the drive.
Put that in somewhere.
It's on the drive. If you want to like throw it on the soundboard real quick, you can do that while I'm talking here. But actually, before you get too distracted, you'll never believe how much content we had on Wikipedia Prime. Robin, this is insane. This is fucking nuts. The only section they had was for guest stars. That's it. That's all they have. They have a plot summary. No shit. And they have the guest stars, and they have the ratings for the episode. Apparently, it was the number one watched show on Fox that day.
Shit.
But they mention Chelsea Peretti as Lauren, Billy Porter as Desmond, and then Kevin Smith as himself. There's not even a photo from the episode on the wiki page, which is pretty standard affair. They usually show something. Yeah. So this is the first time where I went to do my copy paste segment. And instead of it being a page and a half, it's like I stretched out to 4 lines because I put all the guest stars on separate lines.
So I was ready for it, Josh. I was ready for the 32 pages.
Oh, right.
I was like really?
All the difference between like marijuana laws in different states and trying to figure out where really Springfield is, or how Mike Tyson and Dedrick Chatham are like the same, you know, they're the parody of each other, right? Like, I don't know, like, because I was just blown away, and I even went to IMDb, and there was nothing other than like, guess who was Kevin Smith was on this. So I am scraping the bottom of the barrel for our wiki segment, which isn't a bad thing. And I'm very curious if you found anything out there besides the garbage that I did.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I mean, Billy Porter is an icon, and I adore him. I didn't realize it was Chelsea Peretti as Lauren, and she's quite well regarded. These, you know, she's and listen, and then we get to Kevin Smith. Right. I saw Clerks, the original Clerks, with my sister at an art house cinema in Atlanta when it was in theaters originally.
Nice.
Yeah, and my favorite Kevin Smith movie to this day is Mallrats. It's the one I've watched the most.
All right.
Love me some Mallrats, which was not all that well received, but I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan, and so it was a lot of fun to see him on this episode.
So I like Kevin Smith because I'm a big fan of his Hollywood Babylon podcast with Ralph Garman that they used to do on a more regular basis, but now it's kind of like whenever they get the chance to. Occasionally, when I'm up to speed on everything that's current on the nerd culture, they have Fat Man Beyond with Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin as well, which are excellent podcasts. But like Kevin Smith, man, he can't podcast for under 3 hours most of these days, which is hilarious. All of his episodes run really, really long. And it's kind of fun, though, if you're into that kind of stuff. For his movies, frankly, the one that I like the most is Dogma. And I could probably pass on everything else. I
got to see it. They re-released it in a few theaters because, you know, of course, it was kept under lock and key by a pedophile rapist for many years. And
Trump had the rights to Dogma? That seems weird.
No. The other one.
Oh, sorry. The other one. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Harvey? Was this a Harvey thing?
It was old Harvey.
Oh, fuck Weinstein. Jesus Christ.
Do you know that
Harvey Weinstein?
The Harvey Weinstein story was broken by a guy who went to my high school. He was many years behind me. No, that's not even true. He's actually only a couple of years behind me, but he started the Me Too movement with his writing because that's what white cisgender men do, is save the world. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love Kevin Smith, though, as just a personality in the nerd culture because he's very positive and excited about everything. He has this like let me rephrase it. Even with him like quitting weed, you know, and going on the sober path and stuff of that nature, like he still has this like joyous affection that's very infectious to other people because he's like, hey, man. Like, I'm here to just watch some fun. Like, you're telling me you're going to bring out all the toys from my toy chest when I was a child and put them on the big screen for me to enjoy? Like, hell yeah, I'm there. And I wish more of the nerd culture out there would kind of take a page from him. Like, you don't have to like everything and think everything's fantastic. But not like you don't have to be as harsh. Like, I feel like the people who hate Star Wars the most are Star Wars fans, for example. You know.
It's true though. Listen. I refuse to watch the original trilogy with the digital alterations.
Oh, I don't. I'm not like that.
Lucas made. I cannot stand them. They take me right out of the story. So I bought DVDs of the originals that I own now.
There you go.
Yeah.
So was there anything else on the Wikipedias other than Wikipedia Prime? Was it more than just guest stars?
Let's look. So it turns out that I was completely wrong about the person from my high school. It was not started by a man. I was reacting to the fact that I was saying that a man started the Me Too movement for women.
I was just going to let that slide. And if anybody's listening, they can add to our comments.
It was definitely not. It was originally created by Tarana Burke, who is an activist. That
sounds better. Yes.
And then the investigation reporter for the New York Times was Ronan Farrow.
Correct.
Who I believe is related to Mia Farrow.
Correct.
That I don't know them. They did not go to my high school. I don't believe. I mean, they may have.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. I was like, you know what? Sometimes you just got to let the stories go.
No, the wiki was fun. The Simpsons wiki, the Krusty Burger Munchie meals, modeled after the Jack in the Box Munchie meal boxes. Which
Yeah.
you and I,
Okay.
of course, remember.
Sure.
It's West Coast Jack in the Box thing. The advertisers were accused of targeting the stoner market, but fucking Taco Bell have been doing that for decades. So
yes. But Jack in the Box did have their whole Munchie meal campaign.
Oh yeah,
where it was 2 a.m. Munchie meals. You know, that was
Hey, when we can see that Chick-fil-A, that's when we know Chick-fil-A is like moving away from their hyper Christianity thing. Is when they do some like you can't get it on Sunday, but you get high on Saturday. Come and get a chicken biscuit.
There you go. I for me, it was more like I looked at somebody like Jack in the Box and they're like, here's our Munchie meal. This is what we had left over from the dinner rush. And we just all put it in a box with ranch dressing.
Right.
Yeah.
The KFC.
Here's a little bit of onion rings. Here's a little bit of chips. Here's a taco. Like, you know what
KFC
I mean?
was doing those mashed potato bucket things that they would do. It's like the cup.
Oh, yeah.
Like we put some chicken, we chop some chicken, put like some gravy sauce on there, some Funyuns or some shit. Like I mean,
it's like they were trying to blend like Thanksgiving dinner and put it in a cup.
It's like you already ate, your wife's dinner, but you got high, so you could pop out and get a $4, chicken cup from.
It's probably 90% potatoes and corn.
It is exactly what it is, but it's very satisfying when you're high as fuck. Sorry, it says Dreadictatum is shown as a marijuana addict. In contrast, Dreadictatum. Dreadictatum inspiration Mike Tyson has himself had a long history of marijuana addiction. It gets dark from here. However, unlike that, what marijuana propaganda has said at times, promoting about marijuana giving people peace of minds, Tyson at times has used marijuana even during violent moments in his life. As shown in the 2009 documentary Tyson smoked weed even in the 1980s, a time when he had violent episodes. The effect of it had on his brain aided his denial of numerous bad acts in his life, such as the 1991 rape of Desiree Washington. Say people's names. People's names.
Yeah.
He probably did that.
Yeah. I mean, I know Mike Tyson has a very checkered past. I was wondering why the main Wikipedia didn't have any other comparisons between Dedrick Tatum and Mike Tyson, because it is such an obvious parody. And I was wondering, like, if there was any kind of correlation between Mike Tyson being pro weed, because I didn't know or not. I just didn't know.
I didn't know. All right. Enough of that crap. Despite Fox's history with WWF, WWE, the episode aired just 2 months before Mike Tyson debuted for WWE. Rival AEW.
Oh, okay.
Nobody cares. All right. Bart breaks the fourth wall.
How?
We do enjoy this. We'll talk about this.
Oh, later. Yeah. The thing that, yeah. We'll talk about that later.
This was the first episode to air after the first USA statewide lockdowns in California. And that's it. That's it from my side.
Wow. Well, at least you had a side. I had a Post-it note.
West Side is the best side.
I was thinking, if you had nothing, I was like, this segment could have been an email.
It could have been an email. I'm not on camera for this one.
It's 2 a.m. and you got the munchies. You got questions about the universe. Where do you go?
Welcome to the Gulp and Blow, man. We're open 24 hours because, like, time isn't real.
Gulp and Blow has everything you need. A squishy wall with 14 flavors. A nacho cheese bomb that hasn't been cleaned since the Clinton administration. Onion ring tacos with Cool Ranch Dorito shells. There's nothing we won't make.
Oh, what if hey, do you think I get like pita bread, right? You start with pita bread and then you put some peanut butter in there, like a quarter inch, like a good amount. Then you get some fucking chips, like some fucking like sour cream and cheddar chips, right? And you scrunch that up in there, and then you get some fucking fucking barbecue sauce. Fucking barbecue sauce. I saw it on this public access show. It's supposed to be fucking mental.
Brother, you must be high as fuck right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Groovy, dude. I'll get to work on that order. Didn't I see you in Jamaica on that last cruise?
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I see you got the fucking dreads, man. It's hard sometimes when white people get those, though.
That's not what my sister said, but I will get to work on your order.
Aren't you from like Rancho Cucamonga or something?
Gulp and blow. We put the munch in munchies.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's dive into the episode itself. We do not have any time, like a lot of modern Simpsons episodes, for a chalkboard or couch gag. And we immediately enter Marge pulling up to the Center for Preemptive Education with Maggie. And she's obviously
Preemptive
running
education.
So this is like the take on people who are like babies going to preschool.
Yes.
Right. Like super early.
In the academy.
Yeah. It's not like the old Ayn Rand Academy that they had before, which I thought was hilarious. And they're but the much like the other ones we had in past episodes, the employees of this educational facility are kind of dicks. And you know, Marge is having separation anxiety because she's not used to giving up her baby because they're always together. And she's like, "Oh, I like. What do you mean? Like, I'm gonna have to come back and pick her up?" And she's like, "Well, research shows that pre-toddlers learn best in a parent-free environment, unless you want to stunt your growth, which is great." Quietly, she leans in. We're not supposed to judge. But you know they're judging in that coffee room. You know they're judging in that coffee room.
Look, I mean, she's not hiding it. See, this is what I like is she's very upfront with everything, you know. But you know, Marge struggling to just like let the baby go for a day. I mean, it does set up her needing a job, but I love her. She's so funny. Unless you want to stunt her growth,
and also like Maggie is doing just fine. She's in the back. They're already doing like the parachute thing where they're like lifting her up in the air.
The other babies are doing the parachute
thing. Yeah. No, it's great. So she doesn't know what to do. And like most modern people, they turn to their phone and in particular, a mom blog for guidance. And first up, we get some cycling classes with an instructor yelling at everybody for motivation. And that'll set up our first clip.
Now turn that resistance all the way up. Come on.
That's right, ladies.
I want to see you bitches suffer.
I'm the only one who heard that?
No, Marge, you're not the only one who heard that. We have heard the word bitch before, but it's usually in reference to a female dog and Bart trying to be coy. This was straight up bitches. A lot has changed. A lot has changed by 2020.
So they doubled down on it too. I love that. You know, I mean, they're doing spin class. I don't know if you've ever done a spin class,
I do
but
not
they
know what
suck. And, you know, you do get instructors like this, but I love that it's all women. And he's like, come on, you bitches. And they're like, yeah.
I think, didn't Milhouse's mom say, it's like, he's saying it's like what's in my brain. What's the quote?
Yeah, it's like being coached by the voice inside my head, but it's not for Marge, you know.
That's pretty good.
But this one is not for Marge, so she goes back on the blog and she looks for another alternative. And then number 2 on the list of things to do when you drop your baby off at daycare is to do like a pottery class.
Yeah, and ceramics makes sense. No, wait, real quick, but like think about it. Like ceramics makes sense for Marge too because she has an art history, right?
Yeah.
So you'd think like this would be something right up her alley, but then there's the twist.
But it immediately cuts to the instructor for the ceramics class, and he's going. What does he say?
Paint harder, you sausage fingered, no talents.
No talents, and all the women. It's like it's like the chief's wife. They're all like, yeah.
It's like the same thing.
Come on.
And then I like how they're like, well, screw hobbies. Why don't you just bang your husband at work? And so they have like
what do they call it? A sex
hanky panky. I put it hanky panky because I thought I haven't used that word in a while. But I find it funny that she actually goes through it. She shows up. She shows up in a there you go, sex prize. Very good. She shows up in a trench coat with some like I think like lingerie or some kind of nightgown underneath. And you know, it's just like Homer is all down for it too. But there's cameras everywhere.
Maybe you could give me a safety inspection.
Yeah, I love it. She's really into it. Like she's really giving it her all.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
And he's like, oh, we gotta like snuggle under the desk, and that'll set up our next clip that we have here for office sex.
Cameras everywhere, so I'll have to snuggle under the desk.
On top of the desk, please.
Oh.
I wish the next part was on there where Homer is like, "Oh, thanks, Jerry. Nice, real cool, Jerry."
About these clips in general, because I didn't mention it at the top, it was really hard to find full clips on YouTube to turn into MP3s and upload to the soundbar. So for this one, I found what somebody did was like their own edit of an episode that cut it down to 9 minutes. And I use that instead. So if there's any purist out there, they're like, well, I don't remember the dialogue going like, right. You're right. You're always right. Go call your mom. I
thought you had done like a lot of the editing. I was like, oh, when you told me, I was like, that's great. I mean,
no,
it does mean you can't get everything. Like,
correct.
You don't have,
I haven't figured out a way to like rip stuff off of Disney Plus themselves. I'm actually a little like worried if I get caught. YouTube's different.
Right.
Anyway, so Marge is walking down the street and trying to figure stuff out, and she just joins like a line of people because like something seems popular. And then there's a store that says Well Plus Good is hiring, and it seems, she's like, why not? I'll try to get a job. And it looks like an Apple store. There's tablets everywhere. Everything's well lit. Right? Like, you have any other descriptions of this?
Well, so how long have you been with David and Goliath?
11 years.
And you came there right from Chiat, right?
Yeah, so 2015.
You haven't been in the market for a minute, and they do these tests now where they ask you these convoluted questions.
Okay.
To try and like, you got to answer them, but if you don't pay attention to this phrase or something like that, you can interpret it a different way.
Oh, so that's why there was all the thing. That's why there was all those double negatives in the questionnaires.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
If I never found a wallet, I would always give it back.
Right.
And I love Marge is like, wait, what color is the wallet?
Yeah.
But they're doing like, they have this like assessment going on of all of these people, and look, it looks exactly like an Apple store.
Gotcha.
But then we cut to
there's the employee Lauren who compliments Marge's hair, and then Marge, being the lovely person that she is, looks for something to compliment as well, and notices an upside down tag, and this impresses Lauren. We always love the button under the desk. This one's green. Yeah. It's not red. Usually it's red. This one's green.
You press the green, but it's a little on par there. Yep.
And then we get very ominous music. And, I guess if it's a bunch of olds in our demographic for listening to this, it's kind of like a Inspector Gadget, the claw moment where you just see the hand in the chair.
Yep.
And there's like a scientist next to him, almost like a Bond villain setup. And the scientist like,
definitely
and the scientist is like, her mom vibes are perfect. Like, she's the perfect candidate. And I love how then
who is Billy Porter? It's Desmond who's
correct.
Billy Porter.
But we didn't know it was Desmond until he walks up to Marge and says, "Hey, Marge, you got it. You passed the test. Everyone else go kick rocks. Get the fuck
out." This keeps happening with Marge.
Yeah,
we just did that as well in the last one.
Yes, yeah. But it was very funny because there was a lot of people applying for this job. And they all just kind of like, what's going on? And what I love about it is like they give her a job sight unseen, no training whatsoever. And on our first day, she's trying to figure out what they are selling. And so she's kind of looking around.
She's
like, candy, bath bombs, blowtorch, $30 bottles of soda.
and then we get a sighting of Superintendent Chalmers.
Oh, I love this. And instead of like Skinner, it's Marge. But they both are so folksy and so kind of out of their depth that it's a very fun thing. So we got Chalmers going like, do you recommend the tincture or the oil? The tincture is more expensive, I guess.
Marge's like bullshit. She's like, look, this is about you and taking care of you, I think. So you have to put yourself first.
No frills fumbling sales pitches won me over. I'll take both. Immediately, Lauren comes over. It's like, you go, girl. You just made $100. Like,
that hurt too, because it is at least $100.
Oh, that makes sense. I was like 60 for one, 40 for the other is my assumption.
Yeah.
Marge is still confused, and I love the line. She's like, "Is this what Radio Shack is now?"
Yeah. She's like, "We still have no idea what we're selling."
Which is kind of like Radio Shack back in the day. You know, they had some remotes, they had some batteries, they had some RC cars, they had some VCRs. Like, it was a Radio Shack. Like, we got more than just radios. Oh man, it was pretty good. That line really just hit right, and I was just thinking to myself, as someone like that is now the joke for the mom and dad watching along with their kids that the kids probably won't get. You know what I mean? They're 100%. Like, Radio Shack. What the hell is that? The parents are like,
That's a great point.
All right. It's revealed that the store sells cannabis, and this is very dramatic because Marge is famously anti-drug of all kind. Like, she doesn't even like to drink heavily. And you know, the occasional why don't you smoke another cigarette? Only lasts like one episode, right? So she basically gets this reveal. And the one thing that I kind of like visually is like Lauren pushes like a little like button, and all of a sudden the cross in between the two words of the logo turns green,
lights up, which is a very familiar sight for anybody who's been going looking for a dispensary.
And she's not down, despite that weed is being legal and that she's kind of enjoying herself with the new adventure. She's just like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm out. You got a quote or something from her on this, or?
I liked when Marge goes, Lauren goes, "We're high-end cannabis boutique," and Marge goes, "You sell pot?" And Lauren goes, "Well, technically, I check IDs. You sell pot." And that's what kind of sets Marge off there. But
yeah,
you know, she's like, I'm out. But they're like, trying to say, cannabis is legal now. It's not a big deal.
And enter Dedrick Tatum, who's the Mike Tyson parody, who's the owner of the shop.
And he mentions how weed helped Alan with advancing his pain from his boxing injuries. He pushes the narrative that they're here for wellness, not just to get high.
And he had a perfect team. I love this whole idea of the perfect team. So we kind of almost have like Avengers Assemble moment, right?
Yeah.
And we have Desmond. I'm an expert in cannabinoids, cutting-edge delivery systems, aka infusers, decarboxylators. God, that's a hard word to say.
Decarboxylators.
You did even better than I did. Transdermals and pet suppositories. Pet suppositories is the best.
It's the best.
That's so good.
Look, dogs could use some of this. Everybody's so worried about why when we were growing up with the dogs, nobody's worried about fireworks. Anyway, but
I also love how Lauren's
probably a real thing.
And then Lauren's up, right? And she's just like the one girl in an Avengers poster or a superhero poster that has to show her ass. And she's kind of like, and I'm super hot,
It was exactly the Avengers. Like I've assembled the best team, the perfect team.
Right. Like you have
Marge is like the mom.
You have like Tony Stark, right? Who's like, I'm the scientist. And then you have like Black Widow. It's like, I'm hot,
And it was the other thing that I really liked was when Dreddick was talking about how he was in pain after his boxing career. He's like, following a regimen of CBD oil and medicinal hits from my Pikachu bong.
There you go. Nice. You see this big ass man,
little smoking from a Pikachu, like a yellow.
I also like the idea of after a couple of hits, he's like, yeah, Pika.
Pika. Hey, you can hit this, but you gotta say Pika after you smoke it.
Right. So you have your scientist, you have your hot girl, but you also need the mom who makes everybody feel comfortable for buying pot now that it's newly legalized, and that's where Marge fits in. And I love how she's like, you know what? Sorry. Love what you're doing here. Still not for it. I'm going to go home. And I love how Dedrick is so crushed. He's like, oh, that's just saying there's no drug for hurt feelings. Oh, wait, there totally is. And then he grabs a lollipop that has a weed leaf in it, like classic weed leaf looking thing.
For hurt feelings.
Yeah. And it kind of looks like something like if you would get like a lollipop with like a scorpion in it or something like that. Like it literally had the weed printed as like a fossil or something.
Yeah, or it's like a nice design on it or something.
Yeah.
But it's great.
Yeah. I also like at the dinner table, Lisa is basically like, "Hey, bitches, why don't we start talking?"
She's like, some families, they go around the table and everyone says one thing they learned that day. And Homer goes, "Okay, I learned that." It's such a good Homer line. It's a perfect response.
And then Marge, who obviously had the most interesting day out of everybody, pretty much sums up what happened to her. And everyone's just kind of like, yeah, you're kind of like, you need to chill out. Like, weed's legal now. Like, it's not that big a deal. And we get this great bit where, basically, for whatever reason, Bart brings up, it's kind of like working at a liquor store. And then Homer gets so excited and we're about to have a thought bubble pop up. And then Bart, breaking the fourth wall, like he said before, comes in and like shoos away the thought bubble with his hands and stays with us, big guy. And I love this. This is just such perfect timing for our podcast because we were praising all the cutaways and thought bubbles from the last episode, saying how we loved it because that's early Simpsons and it's so much fun. And here we are in later Simpsons and they're poking fun of themselves.
I think that they are rubbing off on us and we're becoming clairvoyant as they did.
Right.
Josh.
I mean, we're approaching 50 episodes.
And that's pretty cool. I mean, we're not clairvoyant about anything else. Just Simpsons future episodes that we're going to do. And
this won't pay the rent or fix my back, but God damn it, we're getting clairvoyant on Simpsons shit. But it was just great. It was such great. It was so much fun.
I like two things about this is where Marge is saying that like they made her feel really cool. And she goes, they made me feel stoked.
Right.
And so she's like, it's clear to them that she's really excited about it, but she's
conflicted.
And they talk her into it basically, which I think is a great thing to do as a family.
And Homer's line that his selling point was like, hey, people are stressed out these days. Scurvy's back. There's like 60 wars going on.
Scurvy's back.
Whales are eating our precious ocean plastic. Maybe people want to smoke a doob for that.
I like. Would you be surprised if scurvy was just rampant in the U.S.?
I mean, honestly, after the pandemic and after RFK Jr. with his fucking brain worm rot and his brain, fucking all the terrible things. No, I wouldn't be surprised if scurvy didn't come back, but it would be located elsewhere because California has plenty of citrus plants, so we don't have to worry about the scurvy.
Oh, you okay? Thank God for that.
Yeah. But I also like how Bart is mentioning that advertisers are also just selling everything to stoners these days. So you might as well get on the bandwagon for the marketing opportunities. Cut to a Krusty ad where he's kind of like the Mad Hatter, right? Was that the outfit? And
right. So it's like sitar music playing. You got bubbles in the background.
You have like Mr. Teeny in like a sci-fi chair,
in like a hammock kind of a thing.
Yeah. Like it was like one of those like sci-fi pod chairs that kind of descend from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And his lines is like, when you got the munchies for some reason, wink, wink, and you crave weird, come to Krusty, a deep-fried ribwich served on a warm donut or a spaghetti-filled grilled cheese sandwich dripped in ranch pudding. Krusty Munchie mouthfuls. It's high time you tried it. Get it?
High time? Get it? What the hell is a ranch pudding, Josh?
Well, I was trying to think of like how they would want to make ranch like just more disgusting because you can say a spaghetti-filled grilled cheese sandwich drizzled with ranch, and I'm like, that sounds great. And I'm not even that high. But if you say ranch pudding, you're like, ugh. I was also thinking ranch custard would be equally gross. Ranch creme fraiche would be equally gross.
No, ranch creme fraiche would be great.
No, but it sounds gross.
What makes a pudding, Josh?
It's more gelatinated. So imagine like ranch jello. But
no, I mean, I get it. I mean, what is the ingredient that makes pudding? Is it like hooves?
I don't know. I don't have that knowledge off the top of my head. Sorry, buddy.
Either way.
I don't think I would want a ranch pudding.
Sweet too.
I don't want a ranch pudding.
The idea of sweetening up that ranch is like,
oh no. And then Homer ends with words of encouragement as well, and I really love this one too because we get kind of like something similar to Weekend at Burnsies. He goes, "Honey, you're the most helpful person I've ever met. Now go sell the safe legal drug our kid should never ever use, especially Bart."
The animation here for Bart is where he's just like, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah, why me?
Like, what the hell, Dad?
Because like Lisa's smoking, she's like, well,
so
she's
funny.
also like the president, so who cares? Maggie's smoking, she's like, yeah, she's also like a head artist at this punk like retreat, like who cares? But Bart like he's the loser,
Bart catching a stray. Yeah, exactly.
I also love it too because it reminds me of Weekend at Burnsies when he's talking to the kids about how like pot gives them all these magical feelings and ideas that you will never ever experience yourself.
Exactly. I thought this was the one we were talking. I was like, where was that other reference to that exact?
Yeah, it was Weekend at Burnsies. Yeah,
thanks. I'm glad you remember things. I, however, do not.
We all bring our tools to the podcast here, buddy. Next up, we get Agnes, who thinks this is an Apple store. And I like how Marge is like, God, that happens a lot.
Everybody keeps asking that.
Hey, I need my phone.
Apple store.
I need my phone fixed just because of the arthritis.
And then she's like, oh, arthritis. Like, let me give you some lotion. And she's like, you seem kind of like a stressed out bitch. Try some gummies.
Well, I love when she's like, hey, try this amazing pain relieving lotion.
Yeah.
And she's like, it tingles, not like Jergens. I hate Jergens.
And that's at the point where she mentions she's stressed out. And I love how Marge, they have this like really lovely animation where she's like very like almost like she's about to start a Disney musical song where she's just kind of like dipping in, to like the candy bin, putting them down in there and things like, here, try some of these, and I also love the idea that there's a weed store out there that's kind of like the old candy stores where you can just buy it by the pound.
Yeah.
You know what
100%.
I mean? Oh, I want some of these gummies, and I want some of these gummies, and I want some of these.
Oh yeah,
I want some of these.
Yeah.
And I just got this giant
bucket
bag.
Scoop. Yeah, you just, pick and choose what you want. That would be great.
So Skinner comes back with a high as fuck Angus, and they're both. I love like Skinner's line because I don't have the exact quote, but he's like, "Whenever his mother is happy, I'm moderately more happy myself."
No, he goes, "When mother's happy, I'm happy." Or at least much less miserable.
Yeah, that's the line. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
But she's high as hell.
Oh, she's high as hell.
She's high as hell.
Hey, more.
Yeah.
Tell him how you work at the school. Show him the keychain.
He starts dangling the keychain. She's like, and then we got Otto coming in, and he is freaked the fuck out. He's not feeling good. He does not dig this new situation, and he's very confused by the jargon. We have a little bit of sample of that for our next clip here.
I want to buy some pot.
All right, pump the brakes, Jorts. But be warned, boo. The couch lock is strong on this one, but there's like zero mind race.
Look, I just want to score a bag of swag from some dude who may or may not be a cop.
I'm a cop. Have you tried this?
Nothing makes sense anymore.
It's like seltzers, dude. It's like seltzers. Like everybody has their own brand, and the sheriff's department has sheriff's department like tea or something, whatever old Eddie comes up with.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny too. So he runs for it and he goes to Moe's. In a very dramatic fashion, he opens.
Nothing makes sense anymore.
He opens the door and like orders a beer, and both Homer and Moe are like shocked.
Yeah. Because
apparently, I mean, I guess I was trying to think about it too. Like, I don't really remember seeing Otto drink that much in the past.
He
usually does like psychedelics
he's the
and
drug
weed.
Dude.
Yeah.
He maybe has a beer now and again, but
maybe.
I love how he's like disgusted by the beer. He's like, ugh. Doesn't make my hair smell like anything.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I also love how they're kind of lamenting about the old days, and Moe chimes in with his personality and personality and the POV. The romance of alcohol.
Hey, Homer, the romance of alcohol is fading into the past. Stoners will never know the joy of sitting on the toilet and barfing into your underwear. Or picking a fight with a guy twice your size because his leg touched your car.
It's like
the image
of the underwear. Oh my god, really? Like I've never been there. I hope to never be there. Like that's just was so disgusting.
I've been in the neighborhood.
Just grab the trash can.
They decide
to open up their own pot shop that mirrors the old ways in the back of Moe's. And so basically like Homer will be the dealer
is the word
and then Moe will be kind of like the front. So for the speakeasy that they have in the back.
Yeah.
And then Otto's like the man on the street spreading the word.
It's like scoring weed from your old, school pot connection. Yeah.
Right. But in a place of business, which is a little weird.
And Mo was excited about it. He's like, this is a great business idea. Those tie-dyed bong monkeys will cough up big time for like dirt bags shebang, you know?
Right. And he'll take like probably 20 or 30%.
The bong monkeys.
Yeah. So Otto is the man on the street, and the first person he nets is Duffman. Duffman knows it's always time for a refreshing Duff. But yeah, that being said, sometimes Barry is looking for a little herbal refreshment. You know what I mean? And I just love how this is like one of the few times you see Duffman drop the act. You know, and he's like, of course, but Barry sometimes needs to get high.
Yep. It's fair.
All right. So this sets up probably my favorite scene of the entire episode, just because they got so many references on the nail. So they open up the back door, and there's a whole speech between Mo and Homer that we'll get to in the clip. But to describe what this room looks like, Homer is wearing a beanie with a black t-shirt and ripped jeans. He's on an old couch with a blanket tossed around the back. A coffee table with beer bottles, pizza, magazines, pipes, and more. Lenny is wearing a hoodie with the hood up and playing an N64 on a beanbag chair with an old boob tube television.
Is it an N64?
Yes. That's what I'm calling it, because it looks like an N64. The way the controller is.
It makes it even better. I didn't notice that.
There's also a Bob Marley poster. I don't know what you call it. Like behind the couch, there's like a fabric design that's like red with like a it's like a what would you call that?
A tie-dye,
like a tapestry.
Yeah.
And then they even have like a towel over the window, which just is hilarious.
Yes,
it's like so fucking funny. And then to finish it all off, there's a parrot. So why don't you play our next clip and we'll hear the dialogue that's taking place in that room.
So you guys friends of Mo?
Yeah.
And Mo is reading from a cue card.
Whoa, tight. Come on in, gentlemen.
Crazy bird, rusty free weights. Everything smells like a damp swimsuit. I'm home.
And then Homer prepares the weed on a Frisbee. It's mostly sticks and stems, which you would think would piss somebody off. But Otto is just like crying. He's like, oh, it's only sticks and stems. I love you, man. Like, it's hilarious.
I like, but Homer is like, we'll bring you in, but there's one disclaimer. We're actually legal, and
Oh yeah, no, he does the whole thing
to get like a legal disclaimer for it.
It's like a medical ad, where you like you have somebody riding on a bicycle with nice music, and then like all of a sudden it's just like a laundry list of legalese.
But they're loving it. They're eating it up, which is exactly what they said. And then they turn to Lenny and they're like, who are you supposed to be? And he's like, I'm the weird friend who never acknowledges you, which is
even Otto is
spot on, dude. It's
so funny. Because I've definitely been in those rooms. I've been trying to hook up weed.
So many times they get the people playing video games. So right. They're writing for us.
They don't want anything to do with you. You're just a person who shows up every once in a while to give this guy money for weed. I also love just like the whole idea of like it smells like an old wet swimsuit or whatever Otto said. Like it's just the small things, and then the money is stuffed into a Band-Aid box.
Because he goes to hand him the money, he's like, no, don't hand me the money, because every weed dealer had some idea about what you could do to stay legal.
Yeah, because like
yourself against the law.
Which was hilarious because like in the 80s and 90s, there wasn't like cameras everywhere either, or even on phones. So like there's like extra paranoid type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Versus like a more modern take.
No, you're saying weed smokers are paranoid? Wait, did you hear that? What was that? Is my phone ringing? Somebody at my door?
So business is good, and we get a little bit of a montage between the two. And basically, everyone going to Marge's store like buys with a tablet, and then everybody who buys from Homer puts money into the Band-Aid.
But it's clear like both businesses are doing gangbusters.
They're doing great. Everyone's getting high, and then so business is so good that Dedrick is holding a meeting at the wellness store about their full-on weed resort and spa called the Dedrick. This guy is a little full of himself. I love how he names it after
Drederick. The Drederick.
Is it Drederick? Dedrick. Yeah. Am I thinking of Dedrick Aldrum or whatever, the guy from Drew Carey show, and he was also the voice
obviously.
Okay. Well, so how do you pronounce it?
Drederick.
Oh, why did I keep thinking it was Dedrick? I don't know.
You love the Germans.
Well, also, I also really like that actor as well. He does an excellent Batman in Brave and the Bold. It's fantastic. All right, Dredrick Tatum. Sorry, I don't know. Man, this whole episode I've been wrong, and you only want to like stop me now that we're in an hour in. Good job, buddy.
I love how he's like, now for our launch event, we'll be inviting marijuana influencers from Dave Chappelle to Harrison Ford, who is flying himself, by the way, though, you know, fingers crossed.
I love the crack at Harrison Ford flying himself, dude.
He's only crashed once, Josh, maybe twice.
Dredrick wanted Marge to be the hostess of the event, but he's pissed for the competition with Homer. And he kind of like pulls this bullshit line of like, look, we're all about wellness. He's just about getting high. You know, that's not right. He's ruining the image.
Uh-huh.
And I like how Marge is like, well, if I try to talk to him, of course Homer will understand. No, he doesn't.
He cuts immediately to Homer going, I don't understand.
Yeah. They get in a big fight. The dialogue is fun for the fight, but I like when Lisa is on the staircase and then Bart, you know, is already there. And Lisa's like, what's going on? Mom and Dad are having a drug war.
It's great. And I love the back and forth. Marge is like, you need to quit. And he's like, I can quit everyone I want. And she's like, what happened to the quitter I married? You know? Like,
yeah.
And he's like, it's different. I make CNN much funnier. Like, it's just a funny back and forth. But
yeah, it's just kind of, you know,
clear that Homer's not going to quit. So we cut back to Dredrick. She's like, he's not going to quit. Here's my smock and my key to the hash register.
Yeah. I also kind of like it funny. He's like, well, have you ever thought about maybe betraying, you know, the one who you love so much?
Which I would never ask you to do. And Marge is like, well, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah. So their whole plan that they come up with is to sick the health department on to this whole operation that Homer and Moe are running. And then we got to Moe's, and there's a van outside that reads, Mark's unmarked van rental. If it's not marked, you know it's Mark's. So stupid. So stupid.
Need a van that says absolutely nothing about your intended activities? Come on down to Mark's Unmarked Van Rental.
Oh, hey, it's me. I'm Mark. Mark from the sign, Mark from the thing, you know, for the vans. And all my vans have unmarked windows, unmarked logos, and a suspicious amount of shag carpeting. Whether you're moving a couch or, I don't know, hauling equipment or, I don't know, maybe you just want to make your neighbor suspicious, Mark's has got you covered.
We know what you're hauling, and ask about our no questions asked rental policy.
Oh, geez, that's right. I got some junk in my trunk, but that's not here. We will not ask you a single question about our policy here. We won't ask you one thing, like not where are you headed, or like what's that smell, or even, geez, I don't know, sir, is that a raccoon? Mark's unmarked vans. We mind our own business, and goddammit, you should too.
That raccoon sure got us into a lot of trouble.
Sure did.
We are located in downtown Springfield, just 3 blocks from the tire fire off 5th Street.
Oh, it
Mark's
smells.
Unmarked Van Rental. If it's not marked, you know it's marked.
I also like how we have the health department employees inside because it's a standard kind of like bust of law enforcement, you know. And their whole idea is Homer is licensed to sell weed, but he's not licensed to sell food or to let people eat food that they offer.
The line is, yes, but he isn't licensed to serve non-psychotropic edibles.
There you go.
Which is just food.
And they have a trap. It's a giant cheese ball jug. Something like you would get at like Costco or Smart and Final or something like that.
You can't not eat a cheese ball.
Right. And I love how it says Planters cheese ball. And there's like this weird Planters peanut cheese ball hybrid on the logo, which is kind of something that's going to be in my nightmares.
Back in the day, you remember that blue can with the yellow top?
Oh, yeah.
That was Planters cheese balls, and they were the best.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Now some Lay's product, some bullshit.
I always just thought it was like store generic, like Cricklin cheese puffs or something like that.
Oh, sorry. We were fancy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, sorry. All right, so they also bugged Marge, so she has like a camera set up in her hair. But anyway, we cut inside before Marge enters with the cheese balls. We see Homer throwing ninja stars at a phone book against the wall. Lenny's in the corner playing bass, and Krusty is smoking a Krusty bong. He's like, "Haha, you're the son I never had."
We've come a long way, Josh, from like them not wanting to show somebody actually smoking.
It's pretty funny.
Krusty pulling bong rips.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because in the Weekend at Burnsies, like as soon as Homer was about to lit the joint, they would like zoom in on the lighting, the fire part, and it would turn into like a psychedelic trip, you know. Not so much for this one. Marge comes in offering the cheese balls as a way to settle their differences. And Homer is just like, I knew she would apologize eventually. And there's food. I love you, Marge. And Marge is starting to feel kind of guilty about the whole situation. And I love when she murmurs, like they get audio feedback in the van from the wire.
Her concerned, stuff. Like, and and she's betraying her husband. And she has qualms about it. She didn't say anything though, Josh.
No.
She still goes through with it, even though it's like her biggest kvetch ever.
I also like how Homer takes the gift and immediately starts eating the cheese balls. And then Lenny and Krusty, who are probably high as fuck, just look at him with the big old wide eyes. And the plan almost goes horribly wrong. And the people in the van are very pissed. And that's going to set up our clip Fat Bastard that we have right here.
If Simpson keeps eating like this, he'll hit bottom dust before anyone takes the bait.
Come on, you fat bastard, offer the customers some cheese balls.
And then I love how
great line.
Before they get like dust bottom or whatever they said, like I love how they really make the act of eating cheese balls into like a 24
the bottom
like,
dust.
You know, like big movie production type of a crime thriller.
There's a good fat boy activity is like dumping the bottom dust into
I also like how Marge basically is like, hey, you know, offer some to your friends, and then Krusty takes a bite, and as soon as they slow in motion and he takes a bite, there's a big puff of orange powder, and then the agents yell, "Code Orange, go, 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 go."
And then Mo, like they start pounding on the door. Mo's freaking out. He's like, "Oh no, we got to get rid of the stash." And he goes into the toilet and he dumps them in the water.
He's
cheese
trying
balls. To flush them down, but they've got the air in them, so they're floating up again. And he's like, "No, it won't go down." Like you see this in a myriad of movies. This exact scene where they try to flush the stash and it won't go down. They're gonna get busted, and it is the funniest thing. It's funny as anything in this freaking episode. It's hilarious.
Yeah, so I don't think they take Homer and Mo away. I think they just take Homer away. But they start putting up tape that says "shut down" everywhere. So they put it over the rusty weights. They put it over Lenny playing bass. I thought that was pretty funny.
He's just sitting there, just still playing bass. They just
and the agent comes to him and is like, "You're coming with us, scumbag, to pay a $25 fine."
Scumbag. You're getting a ticket.
So both Homer and Marge have terrible feelings about what just happened. And this is not really going to be resolved until we get to the grand opening of the fancy spa and what do they call it? Resort
Wellness
and spa.
Center, yeah.
Wellness center. There you go.
Yeah.
Called the Diedrich. No, the Dredrick.
My favorite.
I did that one on purpose, folks. I did that one on purpose.
Yeah, sure. We cut to it. Dredrick walks up to Marge and goes, "Marge, darling, everything is so perfect. I hope your husband wasn't too upset about the treachery."
Yeah. I also like how it's kind of like a fancy cocktail party, but like they have like jars of weed at each table that people are kind of sniffing. And there's like little vape pen boutiques everywhere. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, they've got like baskets full of stuff.
Oh man, I would have had a great time.
Yeah, we would have had a great time. Absolutely.
Dude, also think about the staff who worked there, who's cleaning up for everybody who left things behind. I would have just had a garbage bag full of fun by the end of that night. You know what I mean? Just like all the discarded pens and everything else that people just kind of leave behind.
Oh yeah, you would have been the best friend in your friend group for a long time.
Yeah, and then a drunk Homer shows up. And he's basically like, "Excuse me, any of these oils and goods help with a knife wound? As I've been stabbed in the back."
Marge goes, "How did you get in?"
This is by invitation only. And he's like, I said I was Kevin Smith's father. And no one questioned me.
Yeah.
And that's going to pay back
Which
later.
was confusing at the time. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
But I also kind of like how they could just say, like, I'm Kevin Smith's father. And people were like, yeah, okay, whatever, sure.
Yeah, it kind of works. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. But so Marge is like worried that he's gonna ruin this thing, and she's like the influencer, so he's the influence. Like, watch out! And they're like, oh,
And they're all recording on their phone.
alcohol.
They're all recording on their phone at the same time.
This guy is on alcohol. Like, I love
Yeah.
the fucking weeds, crowd, like looking down to the alcohol drinkers. It's a great little bit.
And Homer basically calls out Marge for being a hypocrite for never trying pot, and the crowd gasps, and then they start to cough. And when they're
It's
coughing,
great.
like smoke comes out.
You
It's
didn't
hilarious.
do it nearly justice, Josh. It's when they're like, it's fucking hilarious.
It's pretty good. So in the heat of the argument, Marge takes a drop to prove that she's hip to the weed game.
What is it called?
It's
specific,
Serenity.
Serenity. She's
Yeah,
like,
and so she
Serenity,
takes like a
wow.
drop, which probably is a high concentrate oil, which is not the best thing to be taking if this is your first rodeo. If
Yeah,
anything,
no
like
doubt.
take a couple
Smoke
puffs of a
hit.
joint.
Take a hit.
Take
yeah.
a couple puffs of a joint and then see how you
Hey,
like
look,
it.
let's do a PSA, Josh. If
You
you're
know.
ever starting this for the
Correct.
first time,
Yeah.
don't do vapes.
Nope.
Don't do freaking edibles. Edibles
Nope.
will get you.
Nope.
Like, you just
Don't do
take a couple of
dabs.
hits off.
Don't do
Learn
wax.
to smoke a little smoke into your lungs. Don't take too many hits. Wait for it to hit.
Don't
Yeah.
do a like oil fused keef joint.
Yes.
Like
Ooh.
just and if you're worried
If
about
anybody
the
mentions hash, say no.
no, and try like probably a sativa if you're more into a head high, and try an indica if you're more into a body high, or if you just want to roll the dice, go for a hybrid, which is my personal preference.
Yep.
But yeah, take it slow. And like the thing is like when you smoke just like a small like rip from a pipe or a joint or even a bong, like it won't last forever. Like you got maybe 20, 30 minutes of like, what the fuck did I just do if it goes wrong? Versus like an edible or an oil or wax,
Yeah.
like you're in for a journey and it's not gonna be quick.
Floor huggers.
Yeah.
But so she
Wait, what did they
first
say,
does
Desmond?
it-
What did Desmond say at the beginning? Is like the couch lock is over the top.
Yeah, exactly. It's off the charts. Oh, Billy Porter.
And I
Love me
love
some Billy Porter.
Marge as a new smoker. She's like, I'm probably one of those people it doesn't work on.
Yeah.
I've heard that so many times.
So many times. Like it's not working.
And then she's like,
they get to like, I
"Whoa.
can't feel my legs.
I feel like I'm on an elevator that's going up and down at the same time. Something's wrong. You said
We
this
have
was
this
about
clip, Josh.
wellness, but I
We have
feel
this clip, Josh.
high.
Josh, we have this clip.
Let's play it.
Something's wrong. You said this was about wellness, but I feel high.
Okay. Listen, what you need to understand is this. I'm high too.
And then Lauren goes,
the facade
I'm
is
serenity out of my gourd.
the whole facade of wellness is gone at this point. And the reason I wanted to have our quote is because I really like how she said, I feel like I'm on an elevator that's going up and down at the same time.
Yep.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Right? Anyway.
There was they put some effort into this writing. Like
It was really
we
good.
saw from the concept of going to the buddy's house and in this, it's really well done.
It's like there's a bunch of potheads working on The Simpsons.
Bunch of potheads working everywhere. How is a job that drug tests like get by? I don't know. So Marge keeps 6
trying to get
people.
over the high, but everything she does involves more weed. Eating a chicken pot pie.
She's like, oh no, I'm getting high. I better eat something. She of course gets
Because she's trying to like kind of treating like liquor.
the chicken pot pie.
Yeah. And then she licks a weed napkin because she spits it out, right? So she's like, and then I think it was Desmond or Lauren says like, no, that's a weed napkin, the most potent thing we have here.
He says, you just wiped your mouth with a hash nap.
Half snap. There you go.
The most potent thing we have, darling.
So she continues to freak out and runs into the bathroom, and she kind of says like, am I walking weird? I don't know. Am I
She's
walking
like, what
weird?
do I do with my arms? Classic.
And then Homer joins her. He's like, hey, you're going to be okay, but the next 2 hours,
sweet.
it's going to seem like
sweet.
12.
Yeah. Yeah, he comes in, she locks herself in the bathroom and he knocks. And he's like, "Are you okay?" And he's there to try and bring her down. And that's why they had the heart to heart where she's like, "I ratted you out." And he's like, "Listen, I get it. You found a place that made you feel special and you didn't want to lose that." And it was such a sweet moment between them two. And Marge says, "I still feel weird."
Yeah. And then later on, they were relaxing on the patio section, which looks really nice, to be honest. There's like chairs and lounges everywhere, and they're just kind of chilling by themselves as a couple. And Homer is like, hey, maybe we're on the same wavelength. Marge will feel more comfortable. But this idiot like picks up a vape pen and like lights it like it's a joint. It's like, oh, it's one of these futuristic dupes that you got or something of that nature.
Futuristic. Yeah, exactly. I love that.
And then we have our next clip
joint.
Setting up what happens because fire is bad.
Maybe it'd feel less weird if I were weird too. Here, I'll smoke one of your futuristic joints.
That's not a doobie!
All the baskets start exploding.
And then there's a giant tank of flammable stuff that it hits as well, which spreads it everywhere. And then at the end there, you heard because the editing's a little weird on this.
Wait, let me play it again. Real
Sure,
quick because we missed that. Yep.
Maybe it'd feel less weird if I were weird too. Here, I'll smoke one of your futuristic joints.
That's not a doobie! Camp clothes burns like paper!
All wrong!
And that was a good call.
Was the Kevin Smith line?
Yeah, no, that one's coming up.
And he goes, "Oh man, Dad, what did you do?"
Yeah, which is hilarious. But we got Willie Nelson, who was basically wearing hemp clothes and catches on fire. That's who was the first voice. And then we had Matthew McConaughey. So instead of doing his standard, all right. We got all wrong. I also love how the firemen are putting out the blaze and they are getting blazed themselves. The saxophone music starts playing. The water is kind of wafting back and forth. And they have these kind of like lazy, like, dumbass grins on their face.
Shit-eating grins, we call them. Yep.
Yeah. I also love how Mo tries to comfort
Trederick.
It's over. He's Diedrich from now on. He's now on for the rest of my life. He's going to be Diedrich, even though it is spelled and pronounced differently. So Mo goes up to him and he's like, "Cheer up, neck face. There's one thing I know. It's life is nothing but pain. People always need you guys like you and me to get them wasted." "Oh yeah. Thanks, there, Monster Man hallucination. Your words are a great comfort to me." And then a car pulls up with two women in the back, like giving him champagne. And he's like, "We'll just have to get through it somehow." And then Mo is like, hey,
can I come with you?
And they drive off. And they're like, "Nope." And then Mo just looks so sad. All right, so a couple questions. One, how did Mo get there? Because he just shows up and he's like, "Cheer up, neck face."
He drove Homer,
I guess, right?
Yep.
And then why did he think...
But it's what you said. It's the cheer up, neck face.
Yeah.
Like they're at each other.
It's pretty good.
And his response is, "Yeah, thanks, Monster Man hallucination."
Yeah. I also love it how they should know each other because Mo used to be a boxer and also was a boxer promoter from Homer.
He was the manager. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And they fought each other in that old episode. So like you would think like they would have some kind of old knowledge. Or rapport.
They do seem to have a rapport there.
But it was just kind of funny that Mo was like, "Oh, hey, can I come with the rich man?" Nope.
He's like,
back to suicide for me.
No, that's not happening.
And then we basically get the credits, and we get a post-credit scene, which is kind of fun, right?
We've had so few of these in this episode, is these post-credit scenes.
Yeah, and basically
in this series,
the purpose of the post-credit scene is to reset everything because there was some kind of loose ends, right? So we get a Kent Brockman report about the fire and how the city outlawed cannabis again. And Kent goes, "In reaction to the destructive Diedrich blaze, which has also destroyed the sign language monkey sanctuary, the town council has passed an emergency ordinance outlawing the sale of cannabis." And then Lisa mentions that the preschool Maggie attended had to close because the funding was tied to the pot sales. And apparently Maggie was learning Mandarin.
Bart goes, "Oh man, they were teaching her Mandarin," and we cut to Maggie and she does like her classic kind of a thing on the thing. But it turns out we discovered that the Mandarin characters come up like subtitles.
Yeah, like a subtitle
for her sucking in Mandarin, and it's Mandarin for suck, which is great.
Yeah, that was a fun thing that I just didn't even think about it twice. But you're like, hey, we should look that up, and I'm glad we did.
I thought about it when I'd watched it one of the times, and then we hadn't done it, and so right before we looked it up, right before we did this episode.
And then Homer mentions that it's probably for the best, and mentions that addictions come to like in all shapes and sizes, right? And then he pulls out the giant cheese puff jug again and begins chowing down, and there's kind of like an orange puff that kind of like gives us back to the credits.
Kids start coughing, but he's not wrong about cheese puffs, man. Like
they can be addicting.
I was very rarely that I did not polish off the full can of cheese puffs.
My thing is like I am more of a crunchy Cheeto, spicy hot Cheeto, crunchy hot Cheetos than the cheese puffs themselves. But yeah, I get the addiction.
Yep.
Sweet. Robin, do you hear that sound?
What's that, Josh?
Well, you know what time it is. It's the Krusty
Brand
Seal
Fuzzy.
Robin, this is your episode, so please give us your final thoughts and Krusty score.
I love this episode. It was one that stood out when I did that watch. I've only seen it once before that, but I love it more the more I watched it. It's a different pace and style from all of our favorites from those, the 5 through 13 seasons in there. But I found to have fantastic storytelling, masterful storytelling in it. From Mo stuffing, and it's a combination of the writing itself and the animation, of course. And it's, Mo stuffing the cheese puffs down the toilet. It was very much like Rush or one of those, like cocaine films. The mom and dad having a drug war. I mean, unbelievable. The scuzzy weed dealer setup. It's just, it was written very much for an audience. It's funny to everybody, I'm sure, but it was so reminiscent, and a 23-minute freaking cartoon. It was just visceral. Agnes Skinner high as fuck. The damn spin instructor, you fucking bitches, fucking pain. And it's like you said, it was written for us who watched the show growing up. Like, this is written for the people who started watching The Simpsons when it started first airing, and our experiences and The Simpsons giving us back those. It was written for the audience of those who were the first viewers of this great television show. So I'm tempted to give it a 5. I'm gonna give it a 4. It's not a seminal episode,
nice,
but I'm gonna give it a 4. I love it. I loved it.
It's fantacular. All right. So my thoughts. Highway to Well does a great job showing the difference in cannabis culture over the years. As a longtime weed smoker, I appreciate the level of detail for both types of buying experiences. I've been in the room with the random guy playing games and pretending nothing else is going on. I've been in the store that's very much like Apple, but it's a dispensary, getting confused and spending way too much money. I wasn't a huge fan of the opening bits with the preschool and intense cycling and ceramics. The celebrity party at the end dragged on. The weed jokes, and which were getting to me stale by this point. Kevin Smith only had one line, which was kind of a bummer. And so I kind of was comparing this a lot to Weekend at Burnsies. And the reason I think I got Weekend at Burnsies a 5 it was because it was a mixture of like the Crow jokes and the business stuff with Mr. Burns. And then there was weed stuff in the middle. This one I thought was just like all weed stuff all the time. And I just kind of got over it by the end. So it still served its purpose. It resolved the conflict. And despite these slight critiques, I think it's one of the funnier episodes of recent seasons, like within the last 5 or 6 years. But I'm not all the way up to a 4, man. I'm giving this one a solid 3.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
I just kind of wish there was something else happening besides the weed stuff. Like I feel like it kind of needed a B plot.
I think that goes to exactly what I was saying. This felt so much more methodical. It's differently paced
correct
than a lot of the ones from those episodes that we liked back in the day. But it stands out that Bart and Lisa have almost no piece of this episode.
Right. Or even like more.
There is no B plot.
Or like just more like I don't know, maybe if like the wellness thing was leading to like a James Bond like villain thing instead of just like a party. Like there was some kind of like evil intent, because they started off with like the two-way mirror and be like, oh no, she's perfect, she's going to be part of her team, you know. And I was just like, so my brain was kind of going that way, and by the time they get to the party, I'm like, well, this is just basically a way for them to make Homer and Marge make up, and have some celebrity cameos,
which were great though.
Yeah, no, it was good, but like again, to me, that's like a 3 versus like a 4 or 5.
Yeah, I get you.
So. All right. Well, that's a wrap for Sacrilicious with Robin and Snurts. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We did not get as high for this one as we did for Weekend at Bernsey's. So
no, it's okay.
Y'all are welcome.
Please do all the cliche things, the liking, the following, the commenting, or just tell a friend. We are currently on Spotify, YouTube, and the Apple Podcast.
All right, my shout outs. The laughably short campaign of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This is the more recent Modern Warfare 3, not the one that was from, I don't know, the 2010s. Man, we got this game for free, Robin, on the PlayStation Network. If you're a subscriber, even for the very base level of that subscription service. And I was like, oh, cool. This is how I like to experience Call of Duty these days. I like the campaigns. The multiplayer stuff is not for me. And I was like, I would love to go on another adventure with Captain Price and see what kind of terrorists or Russians we're stopping today. 5 hours later, I beat the game.
Yeah.
5 hours. Most of their campaigns are 8 to 10 hours in length. I found out that this was actually supposed to be a DLC story that they ended up tacking onto a full game.
Yep.
And I was just like, well, glad I got to play it. Still had some of the same quality interactions. But I was really taken aback by the shortness of it. Also, they had these like open map areas where you had like 3 objectives that you could tackle in whatever order you wanted, which had a very multiplayer and a single player feeling to it that I did not appreciate, because I like the linear storytelling of the Call of Duty games of old. And if I want to play something with open world and lots of options, I'll just play Far Cry. And so it was just very, it was just very interesting. How many of these Call of Duty games have you played? Were you ever into those?
No,
much?
I mean, you know, the gameplay has to be pretty specific for me to follow a campaign, and I never got into
that type of shooter.
I like the first shooter stuff, but what you said reminds me of like the second of the modern Doom games, where it seemed
Doom
like
Eternals?
you could do the entire thing, in 25 minutes, and it was meant to be a platform for the multiplayer. I love the first person shooters. Like,
I know you do, and I was just curious as well, because I don't know. I was just, frankly, I was super impressed with the first mission. You're going into this like Russian prison that's basically an old castle on some peninsula somewhere, and like you're going in under the water, and then you're going up with the ropes, and then like the night vision. I was like, yes, this is classic Call of Duty. Let's go. And literally, I was like, okay, well, it's like 11 o'clock, but I feel like this thing's about to wrap up any time now. And I played one more mission and it's done. And I was like, and I'm going to spoil the ending for anybody who hasn't played it. Soap dies like he does in the original trilogy. He's one of the main characters, right? And what they do is they show the other 3 main characters with an urn opening his ashes on a windy peak, which looks like an island off of the UK. And all I could think of was like, oh, I hope the wind stays constant, because otherwise we're going to have soap in our face.
The
other thing I wanted,
it takes you out of it. You're like,
it was just such a weird ending, because like it was all of a sudden like they were on like this like just grassy plain, and they're like, oh, us 3 military guards in our full military gear are going to open up this urn and throw dust to the wind. And I was like, this is just. It honestly felt like it was written by AI. It was so cheap.
It was like Miles Morales for me in this.
Oh, sure.
Spider-Man 2 is a little bit different, but it was basically a DLC. And
but even Miles
didn't feel like there was any new elements to the entire thing.
I mean, other than his powers and moving forward the story, at least that one, like you got like at least I think 15, 20 hours out of it.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Anyway, the other thing I wanted to shout out was the World Cup fun, but we did that at the top, so we don't need to rehash that. So finally, I'm going to do thanks to all our listeners. We appreciate the time tolerating our nonsense, and a special shout out to Moxford, the raddest fan of them all.
The Doctor.
Want to hear more from your old pal Snurts? Then check out the PlayStation Experience and PSVG on your podcast platform of choice. I also can be found on most of the things at Lord_Snurts. Robin, outro plugs. Go, 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 go.
I've been watching some fun shows, trying to visit some deeper content on a few platforms. Gotten into some of the 30-minute shows that have hit Netflix in the last few years. Solar Opposites. I just watched the first season.
Okay.
Solar Opposites. A very interesting, very funny show that by the end of the first season goes some real down some whole rabbit holes that are really fascinating that they bring it in. And started watching Rip Digman, which is Andy Samberg, which is really fun to watch. Haunted Hotel, which is a cute kind of Rick and Morty type, deal with Will Forte in it. So I've been having a lot of fun of those, just throwing them on in the morning as I make breakfast and stuff like that.
Nice.
Have you watched that? Are you an Avatar guy? You're an Avatar guy.
No.
The original Avatar series.
No. Neither the blue people or the element people.
I
know.
The Airbender, the last Airbender, is one of the great.
You're not talking about the Na'vi with their unattainable.
And no, which was good. It's just not on the par with this. And that series is just seminal. It's like Firefly. It's like, don't fucking touch it. And
I also haven't seen Firefly.
They're doing this live version of it. I mean, they did the fucking M. Night Shyamalan fucking.
Sure. Yeah.
That was
I heard that was garbage.
Fucking terrible.
I heard people, if I'm not mistaken, it's the cartoon that's the bee's knees.
Oh, yeah. And they're doing this new Netflix show, but Josh, it's unwatchable, dude.
Really?
It's unfucking watchable. And it's a shame. Like, I started the second season and I'm like, I cannot. Sure. The acting is so bad in it, which doesn't, I don't know, maybe some people, but the writing, the acting, it's all about like the effects and there's no substance to it. Which
there are things that are just good to be done once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Just let you had your run. It's
I know,
perfect.
and they never do it. Like they just released the live action Moana. Moana is a fantastic movie.
Yeah, no. And then I heard Zack Snyder is going to be doing Escape from New York.
Oh God!
Right? Yeah, 100%. So anyway, continue though. So you've been enjoying.
You can't pay for grittiness, Josh.
No. Also, I don't need
your soul.
I don't need a 3-hour Escape from New York with tons of slow mo, some rape scene that's not needed. And like a weird like gray or orange filter across the entire movie.
He has weird vibes in his movie. It's like
yeah, which is weird because I've actually seen, I think, almost every single Zack Snyder movie out there.
Of course. But you're the audience, Josh, of course.
But I don't want him doing Escape from New York. I don't want anyone doing Escape from New York. It doesn't even make sense to do a remake these days of Escape from New York because it took place in 1997 when Manhattan was turned into a penal colony by like some kind of Reagan-like administration. Like it just doesn't.
Hell yeah.
It's a moment of its time.
Fuck
like,
Reagan.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I cut you off with your shout outs. What else do you like on the Netflix? And the Airbenders?
It's a great segue. Speaking of movies, I've got the most fantastic friends in my life and family. I'm very lucky to still, at nearly 50 years old, just have friends that we're just totally silly with each other. And we just live to crack each other up. And we watch all of these terrible movies. We watch a lot of horror movies. Last night, we managed to watch a D'Argento film called The Church, which is a relatively modern film, but Dario Argento is a famous horror movie guy from the 70s and 80s that's still making movies, and it was a lot of fun. The Church.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I love terrible movies in general as well. They're just so much fun. Again, movies need to be fun. They need to be, whether they're good, whether they're dramatic.
Well, for us, it's subjective.
Whether they're bad,
yes.
Like even a dramatic
But my best friend growing up said the exact same thing. Is like, look, I mean, they can be as like sad or devastating, but they're also meant to be like entertaining.
Yeah. Right. So like when you watch a movie like Vertical Limit and you're like, I don't think that's how climbing works. That's part of the fun. Right on. Anything else there, buddy?
No, that's it. Just wanted to send love to my friends and family.
Sweet. Our goal is to have the next episode on August 2nd. I picked from season 6, The Springfield Connection. This is where Marge gets a job as a cop. which is one of the things that I really enjoyed. It's in the intro song that we have for this theme, where she's like, everywhere I look, someone's breaking the law. So we are going to have a ton of Wiggum. We're going to have a ton of sexism, as Marge has to prove that a woman can become a cop in the world of 1990 something. So I'm really looking forward to that one. It is one of my favorite Marge episodes, and they have like such a random illegal blue jean ring at the end of the episode, which is just wild as well. So I'm looking forward to it. It's season 6. As I said before, 6 through 8 are my absolute favorite of all the Simpsons seasons. So I'm looking forward to discussing that with you, my friend. And to close out this lovely episode that we had about Highway to Well, why don't you give me a sweet, sweet quote?
There's security cameras everywhere, so we'll have to snuggle under the desk. On top of the desk, please. Ah! Oh, thanks, Jerry. Nice. Real cool.
Fuck you, Jerry.
Fuck you, Jerry. On top of the desk, please.
Am I the only one who heard that?
But be warned, boo. The couch lock is strong on this one.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.